Kistiakowsky was the head man in the area that I was working in. Kistiakowsky was responsible for the implosion weapon, the high explosive system of the weapon we dropped on Nagasaki, as contrasted to the bomb that we dropped on Hiroshima, the gun-type gadget, which was nothing more than a gun, a projectile and a target, and the two of them became supercritical and made an explosion, but very, very inefficient. The little boy, the gun gadget, was being handled strictly by Captain Parsons. Kisty's was much more sophisticated, and nobody knew that it would even work, and that was the big question mark. We had to test it. We knew we had to test it. We did not have to test the one that we were going to drop on Hiroshima.
I worked on what we call the racetrack, and that was where we had the big tanks that separated the U-235 from the U-238. We had lots of problems. There was a continual change in design, and we had to incorporate all of these designs into the production of the U-235. And we were accumulating it one atom at a time. So we had these huge tracks. Some of them were 250 feet in diameter, and with a magnetic field that was 100 times stronger than any other magnetic field that had been generated at that time.
I've heard the story, which I've never been able to verify, that in January of '45 on the firebombing missions over Japan, 5 of them crashed into the sea on takeoff. I saw one go in one day, scarcely a splash, just a little splash, and then it's gone. There's no way to rescue people out of airplanes that go into the ocean that way. Those people were on their long missions over Japan, were doing very dangerous things indeed. When we were actually approaching the missions over Japan, there were 3 of us that were qualified to go along as the weaponeer for to check out the fusing systems. Morris Jepson, Phil Barnes, and myself. And we ended up, Jep and I, flipping a coin to see who would go to Hiroshima. And the toss came up and Jepson went. You have asked about this green plug, which was part of the safety system. As long as the green plugs were installed in the nose of the bomb, the weapon was safe. Once the red plugs were installed, which were identical to this but red in color, the bomb would have gone off full yield. And this is the plug out of the Hiroshima bomb, which Jepson gave to me on his return from the mission.
It was devastating. It was intimidating. It was sickening. I felt like a terrible tragedy had occurred, but I could also see a bigger tragedy if we had not dropped the bomb. I could see Japanese still destroyed by fire bombs like we did in Tokyo, which destroyed almost as many people or more than we did at Hiroshima.
I have no regrets at all. After the first test was successful, the war was over within a few weeks, and so I was well satisfied with the effort we had put in during the war.